Hey guys, thanks for tuning in today. And today we are just doing a super simple makeup look like the one I am wearing right now. This is all neutrals, really easy, mostly drugstore products. And this is a great look for if you're a stay-at-home mom like myself, you're just gonna be home with the kids. And this is a look I would wear just on a day-to-day basis. I don't have any eyeliner on. It's very neutral. It's very peachy nude color, which is my favorite. And it's just a very easy and go-to look. So this is something I would wear just being at home with the kids, or if we have a play date or we're just going to run some errands. This is a really easy look that I can hammer out in about 10 minutes, maybe less, depending on how fast I am and how much caffeine I've had. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, please give me a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Anyway, thank you guys so much. Don't forget to subscribe, and I hope you all enjoy this video makeup tutorial. Super simple, everyday makeup look for a stay-at-home mom.
Okay, so I'm going to prime my face with the Loreal BB Magic, and then I'm going to do my foundation. I am going to just put it in little blots on my face. This is the Maybelline Fit Me Matteless Poreless foundation liquid in a light shade. I will put all of the products below, you guys. But anyway, I started using my Real Techniques sponge to blend this out, but then I decided that I didn't like it. So I switched to my Morphe M439 foundation buffer. This is my go-to favorite foundation brush. I hate using my hands because, for one, your hands are dirty. You never know what you've picked up on them, and you don't want to rub that all over your face. So I always use a brush or a sponge to buff out my foundation. And I love this brush just because it doesn't soak up my product, and it really just blends it in really, really well. So I'm just going in big circles all over my face, making sure to just blend it out really, really well. The nice thing about this brush is, while it doesn't steal your product, it really make sure that you don't have too much extra. So if you accidentally put too much foundation on, it does soak up a little bit of that excess for you. And I just really buff it out here, and I'm just going all over my face to make sure that I've got it nice and covered and even. Then I'm going to use the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, and I'm going to do that in my under eye area. And I'm doing just a quick look today, so I'm not going to go too crazy with the concealer. I'm just going to set the places that I know for me are trouble areas, which are above my mouth and my chin, my forehead, and my nose. That's just where my foundation tends to separate the quickest. So then I'm going to take that damp Real Techniques sponge, and I'm just going to dab, 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 dab all over where I put my concealer. I'm going to start with my under eye area. You can see that I'm not dragging or rubbing this. I'm just tapping very lightly. You want to be really easy with your under eye area. That's just, for me, somewhere that I've noticed aging signs the quickest. So I always try to take extra special care of that area. But I'm going to just make sure that I am blending that concealer in really, really well with the rest of my foundation, and that there are not any harsh lines. I'm just going to go in. The thing I like about this sponge is that it has a flat edge, and I like to use that for the rest of my face for setting that concealer in. And I'm just going to make sure that I've got that all nice and blended in, making sure that you go under the cheeks, that's all blended in. You don't want to line where your concealer is. So just make sure that that is all nice and blended. Then I'm going to use my Kat Von D Lock-It Translucent Setting Powder, and I'm going to use that sponge again to set it. Now this is, I'm not baking here. This is just me setting my powder. I love using the sponge because it really gives it not only a flawless finish, but it stays on. I've noticed that I don't have as much separation in my makeup when I use the sponge. On my cheeks, I'm going through and just in circles, tap, tap, tapping all around to make sure that my whole face is set. I set my entire face with the sponge and the Lock-It Translucent Powder. And I'm going to go up to the tops of my head. You may see me kind of like taking it up into my hairline. I kind of have a problem. My makeup tends to separate there. So I'm just making sure that I am dabbing all over my entire face. You definitely don't have to spend as much time on this as I do. I just like to because I'm really picky about how my face looks. So then I'm going to take a big fluffy brush and go over with just a little bit of powder. Now I'm going to start on my brows. Now I included my brows in this video because I always have people asking me, what do I do for my brows? So I'm going to use the spoolie of this brow pencil, and I'm just going to really comb out the hairs of my brows. I want to make sure that they're in a nice shape, there's no hair sticking out in random places, because that can really mess up your brows when you start to pencil them in. Then I'm going to take my pencil at the very edge, and I'm going to draw just a straight line at the bottom. And then I'm going to go upwards and follow my natural brow shape. And you can see I'm really taking my time here. And I'm going to follow my natural brow shape, and then I'm going to go up in a straight line at the very inside and go around again my natural shape. So I'm not trying to recreate a shape here, I'm just accenting my natural brow shape and then going in very, very lightly, penciling in the beginnings of my brow upwards. And then I'm making sure that I don't have any hair sticking out in random places. And then I'm going to do the other side again, straight line at the bottom there, following my natural hairline, going upwards and out. And then again, drawing in on the insides here because my brows just don't grow in as much as they should because I used to over pluck them. So I'm making sure to bring that line all the way out, and again, staying on my natural hairline. If you don't have a natural hairline, meaning you've over plucked or over waxed, just make sure that you are staying on that brow bone. So now I'm going to take that spoolie again here, and I'm going to blend in that color and kind of make it look more natural. So I'm going to take that spoolie and really blend that color in. This for me, I feel like keeps it attached to my natural hairs, and it just gives it a very clean, a very polished look. There's no little patches that are empty. There's no little bald spots. Everything is nice and even. And for me, this is just, I always take my time on my brows, and that's something that is a non-negotiable for me. But you can skip this part if you don't feel like you want to, have this a part of your quick routine. But for me, I like to have it a part of my routine. So now I'm going to use this e.l.f. face palette, and I'm going to take some blush, and I'm not going to contour today because this is a quick, easy look, and then I'm just going to take that blush on the highest parts of my cheekbones. I don't bring my blush down all the way to the apples of my cheeks because my pores are pretty large, and if I do that, it just accents that, and I don't want that. So I'm going to keep my blush up there. Then I'm going to go in with the Benefit Hoola bronzer, and I'm not contouring, I'm just going to really accent the cheekbones and then accent where the light naturally hits the face. I'm going to make a little shadow underneath my chin. And then I'm going to go in and do it on the other side as well. I'm just going to go and make sure that I am not getting any harsh lines here, and I'm really buffing that out. And if you see me, I'm talking to my daughter in this video, so that's why I'm making all the funny faces. So again, I'm going to brush some of that on my chin and then below the jawbone, and then I'm going to go up around the hairline. All the places that the sun or the light would naturally catch your face is where you're going to want to put your bronzer. But you're going to want to blend really well here, because if you don't, you'll have some harsh lines. I picked up my NARS Ita brush to do this because I just felt like the other one wasn't blending as well, and I'm blending that all out to just really have a nice little glow, but not too dramatic. It's just perfect for, everyday wear. This is not like an evening time contour. Then I'm going to take some highlight on the tip of my nose and on the tops of my cheekbones. Again, I don't go all the way to the apples of my cheeks because if I do, it just accents large pores. So if you have that problem, you might want to not put it on the apples of your cheeks. And then I'm going to start with my eyeshadow. Taking a fluffy brush, I'm taking the lightest color in this Ultimate Naked Basics palette. And I'm just doing that all over my eyes. Then I'm going to take that shade and I'm going to go in my crease here. I have a natural crease that already has a shadow, so I don't need a whole lot of help creating a crease. So if you don't have a crease, you can go a little heavier on the shadow here, but for me, I try not to go too heavy because I already have a natural crease shadow from my brow bone. My daughter was touching the camera here and I thought it was going to fall over. That's why you see me freak out. Anyway, I'm going to go in little circle and then windshield wiper motions as I do this. I am going back and forth and just really blending that out, not pressing too hard. You don't need to press the bristles into your skin, just a very light sweeping motion back and forth. Then circle on the outside, and that's just going to give it a very blended, a very natural look, and it's going to be very prismatic because it's going to show kind of the color gradient when you do that. Okay, now I'm going to go in with a fluffy brush and a lighter transition color and kind of mute that out. It was a little too dark for me for this look, so I decided that I was just going to clean that up a little bit. You can always do that if you feel like you went too dark. Take a lighter transition shade, a big fluffy brush, and go back and forth in windshield wiper motions again, and just blend, blend, blend. When in doubt, blend it out. And then I'm also cleaning up the bottom of my eye with that too. Now I'm going to take the Colossal Volume Mascara and just give myself a nice few coats here. I'm not using false lashes for this look because this is an everyday mom look, and I was honestly lucky that my son slept long enough for me to even do this. So I'm going to take that on both my upper and lower lashes. This is my favorite mascara. It does not clump. It just seems to be very volumizing and lengthening at the same time without putting a ton of product on my eyelashes. So I really, really like it a lot. I'm kind of taking my time here. Normally when I'm going through this look, I actually do this a lot quicker, but since I wanted to show you guys what I'm doing, I decided to take my time a little bit. So I'm wiggling in little tiny wiggle motions as I'm doing this. And then just going through and combing through. I'm not putting any new product on the wand here. I'm just literally combing through my lashes just to make sure everything's nice and even. You don't need to put a whole lot of product on your mascara wand. That's a big mistake I see a lot of people do. So work with a little bit, and then once you don't have that much product left, you want to do the bottoms. And then with the bottom lashes, I'm just literally combing these through just so that they're a little bit more noticeable. I'm not going to use eyeliner for this look, so I want my bottom lashes to stand out but still look natural. So I really like this mascara because it does give them a very natural look. Alright, and then after I've brushed more of that on, I'm just going to go through with that Carbon Black L'Oreal mascara and give it some finishing touches, and then I'll be done with that. Now I'm going to put on some of this Laura Geller Peach Nudie Color Lipstick. I'm not lip lining here. That takes too much time. So, as a mom, we're doing quick. We're doing easy. Nude colors are great. I love matte nude colors because they're going to blend imperfections. And then I'm going to go in with some peachy nude colored gloss. I love these glosses. They smell like peaches. So, I am just going to blend that in with my finger. That's really easy. Again, trying to be quick, trying to be easy, trying to be functional. When you're a mom, you don't need a bright lip unless, of course, you want a bright lip. So I'm just blending out that, and then that is going to complete the look.